要跟他们对比多一次的。
什么事发生了？怎么听起来那么严重啊
Hello,
？You 是那个
I'm
常年整天
Daphne,
打篮球的
Arthur's
男
sister.
孩子们，
我知道。
I'm sorry, my Chinese is terrible.
I can speak English. I take a class.
That's great. Herbert's sleeping in my room right now with Patrick. I thought I'd take his place here.
把多一点时间花在功课上吧。姐，你没有看到他瞧不起人的样子？他们叫个小矮人，真的是狗眼看人低呀。
没事没事。
What are you watching?
Chinese show.
我们当然
At home, I have no TV.
真的是小孩子啊，一天到晚都在那里打篮球，打来打去，最后有什么好处？
Singapore people speak Chinese are very funny.
I really wouldn't know.
哥喜欢打，就让他打呀。什么事发生了？我听起来
Do you mind if I ask you something?
姐，你没有看到他？
Why did you come to Singapore?
My son studied here until primary 2.
You have a son?
Do you want to see photo?
So handsome. But where's he now? How come he's not with you?
He is here.
I don't understand.
Last year, my son died. Cancer. I met your father before my son died. He helped me pay hospital bill. Singapore hospital very good. But still, my son died.
I'm sorry. What about your husband?
No, no more husband. Divorce. We divorced before I come to Singapore.
You know my father's a married man.
He is kind to me.
He has a wife and children.
He never see his children.
When we were young, we never saw much of him either, which made it easier for me to get away, really, because I only had to worry about leaving one parent. The other one was never really there.
He say you all don't love him. Only Wei Yang love him.
I don't think he said that. That doesn't sound like him. Pa doesn't use the word love.
爱，你们不爱他。
You can't keep loving something that doesn't love you back.
He sent you to school. He give you money. If he don't love you, he will be like my husband. Don't care we eat one time a day. Don't care we always hide from the landlord. Don't care the son's shoes have holes. What do you want from your father? Everything he give you.
I don't want him to keep disappearing. You know, there are times he sits at the dinner table and I steal a look at him. And I have to tell myself, this man is my father. This is the man who brought me to life.
Yes, he give you life, so you must give something back.
You know, this is the first time in 3 years that I've been back to Singapore. And everything has changed. Next year, they're going to tear down the National Library. And then the year after that, it's goodbye to the National Stadium. I never even got to see the National Theatre. What kind of nation building is this when you tear down every building with the word national in its name? That's just the beginning. 6 years ago, our estate was a part of one constituency. And then in the last elections, we were part of another ward. It's so easy to resettle us, to take back the land, to pass us from one town council to the next. Sometimes I wake up in a hotel room and I ask myself where I am. That's the feeling that I get in Singapore. If we're on the equator, why do Christmas decorations have snow? If we're Southeast Asians, why do we have campaigns to teach us to smile? I want to grow my roots here, but I can't do that when the ground keeps shifting.
China also changing. Everywhere change.
I feel sometimes like I'm living inside one man's dream. And the only way for me to get out is to shout loud enough for him to wake up. But when I open my mouth, no sound comes out.
You cannot shout to your father. Children cannot shout to their parents.
I'm not talking about father. Do you know Lee Kuan Yew?
Yes, he is a good man. People in China respect him.
That's because you're not living inside his dream. No, it's another thing to live inside someone else's dream. I felt I was living out of his. I felt everything I did was based on one man's phobias and fantasies. And because of that, there was no place for my own dreams.